Awesome. ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः एव परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्री गुरवे नमः। My thing is not opening. Can I borrow anybody's? Three or five. So the Bharati arriving, and King Janaka is to welcome them across. Meanwhile, the rest of the people that were coming from all the way from Ayodhya, they were also being welcomed special way. How special? As if they had just forgotten about Ayodhya Puri. It was and that beautiful. Now, as these people were reaching across, we saw how Ayodhya Vasis were, and we also saw how the Janakapuri Vasis were. So, the director Tulsidas ji here takes a view as to how or what was happening there. सुमन सुर सुंदरी गावहीं मुदित देव दुंदुभि बजावहीं वस्तु सकल राखी नृप आगे विनय कीन्हि तिन अति अनुरागे समेत राय सब लीन्हा भय कसीस जग So in the heavens, Sundari Gavahi, Sura Sundari Gavahi, the celestial Apsarasas were showering flowers and they were singing. And to that songs, Deva Dundubhi Bajavahi, all the gods and various other celestial beings, they started playing of drums and instruments, just as if they were watching it from the balcony of a theater in India. If your house is next to the stadium, he gets onto the top of the roof and starts watching. So all the devas were having that kind of a free darshana, and they were eagerly waiting for it. So as soon as Dasharath ji came in, those people, those who were appointed or those who were from Janaka's side to welcome him, Bastu Sakala Rakhi Nrupa Age, all the things in his welcome that was arranged of him. He must have been in Ratha and floral bouquets. So floral bouquet is not something new. So there are all kinds. One was that the Pushpamala was, he was adorned with a Pushpamala, then people were showering with flowers, and it was almost like a flower carpet. The both sides of the paths were now being arranged in his honor with flowers and various other things that were brought in from the palace. Keen hitinu ati anurage, and they were doing lot of binaya with lot of humility. They were saying, this is all for your arrangement, or please welcome, that this is all arranged for you. It is implicitly understood. So here, they started inviting him. Prema sameta raya sabulinha, babaksi, and there were probably lot of people around. You know how when there's a presidential not inauguration, a motorcade or something that is going, and suddenly the president appears out, and there are a lot of people waving their hands, and they're having these small bouquets, and they hand it over and they want to shake hands, and he gathers he takes those and then throws them back into the crowd. So similarly, here, the king very lovingly, very graciously accepted all that and then distributed it among various people that were standing there. Anonymity of that person, that everything that has come, that he is not accounting and putting in it. So it is a moment for celebration, giving, and joy. So let everybody be a part of my joy. Distributed everything. करि पूजा मान्यता बढ़ाई, जनवासे कहूँ चले लवाई, बसन विचित्र पावड़े परही, देखि धन धुधन मधुपर हरहि, अति सुंदर दीन है जनवासा, जहाँ सब कहूँ सब भांति सुपासा. And after having, you know, given distribution was done, प्रेम समेत, that is no, करी पूजा मान्यता बढ़ाई. You know, probably right there as he was stepping out of the chariot, right at that very spot, he was given a pada seva, like, his feet were washed. Yoho padyam samarpayami. So his feet were washed, and it was not like he was made to stand. There was a ad hoc chair arranged, a simhasan arranged, and they made him sit. They washed his feet, and and then manyata badai. It doesn't mean janavas hu chale lavai. And as soon as this was all done, after the were responsible to guide the bridegroom's party, they took them to their living quarters. Wherever they were, there was nothing called a hotel or a restaurant business. It was considered, it is still considered as it is considered as a papa to sell food or water to the hungry. So in Bhagavatam, when they say, when is Kali Yuga coming? Up until even our generation, when I know of Mahatmas who would describe that, and I have heard it in there, like Raj or Ram Kinkar Maharaj or these great Mahatmas, they would say, they say Kali Yuga mein, and this is like just about 25 years ago that they were talking about it, and in our time now it has become a reality wherein selling water is a big business. So in the past, there was no concept of selling food or the there were dharma satra. There were dharma satra where you could anybody could go and live. Very safe environment. It was a very uh, accommodative environment wherein you usually your bedding and living space is provided, and yatri especially, the food right at the dharma satra, food was also liberally provided. So if you go to Karnataka, coastal Karnataka, the temples there, many hotels and restaurants around. Why? Because the temple itself provides enough for bhaktas that are coming, the schools that are running, the food is provided by the temple itself. So there no the due welcome done by the appointed people. The rest of these people were taken to their living quarters, the royal guest house, if you may call it. Not that there was any, for this very situation they must have built it. So they took them all. And how was that particular place? They say, बसन विचित्र रही देखी धनदु धन मधु परिहरहि. So the place was so well, beautifully arranged with what do you call the window cloth? The drapes were looking elegant. The carpets were Dekhi Danadu. It was looking as if after having looked at these arrangements, would feel shy talking about his wealth that he is sitting on. Now, he will feel really very small or shy. Now, continuing. अति सुंदर दिन है जनवासा जहाँ सब कहूँ सब भांति सुपासा जानी सी बरातपुर आई कछु निज महिमा प्रगति जनाई हृदय सुमेर सब सिद्धि बुलाई भूप पहुनाई करण पठाई. अति सुंदर दीनहु जनवासा जहाँ सब कहूँ सब भांति सुपासा. These peoples, the quarter that were given to them, they were more than pleased. There are these one or two people, especially from the बैठे रहते हैं, constantly ready to criticize anything. ये क्या है हमारे शादियों में तो, and they start elaborating it and belittling whatever was being given as if that was never ever, and these people as if their उंगलियां घी में डूबे हो उनके, as if behave. But here there was nothing else to complain. There everything provided, everything was looking so beautiful. While this was all happening, again the direct, very multiple angled narrative. Devaloka, in this particular paragraph, he started with the Devaloka and then talked about moving these exodus of people into their living apartment. And then now suddenly it says, we going through. So suddenly, following a little girl, I'm imagining like Tulsidas ji right now. So, the palace is, everybody is hustling, bustling, and the doors with the bells open. He is sitting, peeking through the window, looking at all these people coming in. Ani siya Baratapur ai. The Barat procession has arrived into the city. So she said, Lakshmi, I am Lakshmi Swarupa, and it is to my wedding that all these people are entertain these people with my mahima. So Nija Mahima Pragati Janai. So she called for her Nija Mahima. So what happened? Hridaya Sumiri Sab Siddhi Bolai. All the Siddhis, Ashta Siddhis, they were called for into action. And then they were ordered, please go and serve the king and his entourage of people that have followed him. Bhupa Pahunahi. high, whatever is required. Like you're a, like the Ashtasiddhis were now the kinkaras of all these people. Kim karomi iti, like what they say here, gopher. Gophers. Go for this, go for that. So similarly, Kim Kara, the one who is ready for at your beck and call. So he's like almost standing there saying, Kim karo miti? What should I do for you? नहीं कुछ नहीं नहीं बोलिए ना कुछ तो बोलिए. They're ready to wait upon them. This happened, or while this was happening, Tulsidas ji says in 306, सिद्धि सब सिय आयसु अकनी जहाँ जनवास लीरपुर. Now hearing, Sitaji's request or command, Ayasu command. So hearing her instruction, all these siddhis, they went around into all the different tents and different gatherings of these people that were sitting. Liye sampada sakala sukha surapura bhoga vilasa. So all kinds of enjoyments, luxuries, comforts, all that which you could imagine. And all these siddhis, taking the instructions, went there and started serving these people. This was being served. I think there should be somewhere reference that Ramchandra ji, like, where was Ramchandra ji? He was not in the, he's yet to reach the Bharat. He's still in the Janakapuri. Because he was there, right? He did not go back to Ayodhya and then come back. He was right there. The entire family reached later. So that aspect is being said here. निज निज बास बिलो की बराती सुर सुख सकल सुलभ सब भांति विभव भेद कछु को न जाना सकल जनक कर करहि बखाना सिय महिमा रघुनायक जानी हर्षे हृदय हेतु पहचानी. See the connectivity also, how Tulsidas ji brings it to narrate the story. He connects one to the other to the other. And have you seen those videos where there is a ball rolling and it hits a domino and the domino falls, and then suddenly there is a spiraling wheel that moves on. So one connected to the other to the other, there is a seamless flow. So while the devas were eager to be a part of this whole procession, they started playing drums, and these people were being invited in. They were offered a lot of welcome gifts, and they were shown their quarters. Being shown their quarters, Sita ji is saying, my sasural wale aa gaye, and I'm Lakshmi, so why should I not use my capacities? So she ordered all the siddhis to go and serve. निज निज वास बिलो की बराती सुर and accommodation, their living space, and there were all these heavenly enjoyments that were so readily there everywhere. But nobody, bhibhava bheda kachu kovu na jana. Nobody made like, oh wow, suddenly the siddhis have come in and maybe King Janaka has organized it really this way. And Sakala Janaka kara hi bakhana. Must have been Janaka's effort. Now, when Ramchandraji saw this, he said, nah, this is not Janaka's doing. I recognize this signature. I recognize this way of functioning. I used to see this all the time in Vaikunta. That must have been his thought, not Tulsidaji saying here. So I recognize this signature. How did he recognize? He must have did it from Vaikunta, where else? Or earlier avatars. So Sita ji must have done something. And having recognized us, Siya Mahima Raghunayaka Jani, Harashe Hridaya, He Tu Pahchani. Already very happy that शादी भी नहीं हुई है and she is already doing the khidmat of all the Ayodhya Vasis. This is amazing, Ramji thought. And now see, from Sita ji, through the effect of what Sita ji did, the connection was drawn to Ramji. Now through Ramji, Arad has come. Therefore, what happened? So the next connection is being given. पितु आगमन सुनत दो भाई हृदय न अति आनंद अमाई सकुचन कही न सकत गुरु पाही सन लालच मन माही विश्वामित्र विनय बड़ी देखी मन सुनत दो भाई. So, if all of these people have come from Ayodhya, definitely my dad and my brothers and my mothers and all of these people must have also arrived. OMG. Hridayana ati anand amai. The anand in their hearts, they could not restrain that joy. In today's world, all these subtleties have become so washed away because we have a lot of communication, but very little that can be thought of as heartfelt. So cheap, literally cheap. I'm not talking about inexpensive. Cheap as in the facility has put more words but distanced quite a lot. There was nothing of such. Why those days? 25 years ago, nothing of this was there. So if you really, really had to communicate with someone, days when you had to book for the trunk call, and you book, you tell them, and they keep trying and trying and trying. If not that, then you send a letter. Uh, we used to have these postcards, and those were the very common practice. And you scribble whatever, and you have to be precise. You cannot go on and on and on and on. You know what happened? By the time you are done with it, the postcard is done. These in the letter writing and how it was. So first two sentences would be so crisp, precise, asking about, we are here doing good. Hope you are doing good there as well. To the point, straight. It's a postcard. How much guarantee the postcard has to go all the way, reach. So 10 दिन जाने का, 10 दिन आने का, for even to have a response. Or if you are well to do, then you probably send a messenger. You hire a messenger, and that messenger runs to that city, finds that person, delivers that message, and brings you back the pratyuttara. But here, royal prince, who were they? They were now following as a Sishya of Vishwamitra. Ever acted as if they were royal family. Sometimes it happens that, we carry those shenanigans. Oh, I have seen everything. That's nothing. Not done to, we are. They did not even ask. It, I won. Did you send them the photo? Nothing of that kind. Must have taken care of it. And in their hearts there is this ananda. But then, being with the Guru, they had little hesitation. Sakucha. Sakucha na. Guru Pahi. They're like, the actual work for which you had taken us from Ayodhya is already done. It was too long time ago done. My father and parents and family have. Can we, Mama, please? Even think that they were qualified enough to even go in front of him and ask. Happy, but they were feeling very hesitant in front of Dasharath, Vishwamitra ji. That was seen. That was very obviously seen that they wanted to go meet Pitudarasana Lalacho Manamahi. Now Vishwamitra ji was really touched and amused by these two kids, Ramji and Lakshmanji, and he must have had an amusing laughter to himself. यहाँ तो हम सोचे कि ये अवतार है. Ji and other, they already knew. Already know that in Kali Yuganta there will be one Kalki Avatara. Similarly, in that time, especially these Rishi Muni, they already knew that there is a Rama Avatara. They saw all the Shaguna, all the things that were happening. On one side is like, this is Avatar. And look at this Avatara behaving like a common human form. And look at their hearts jumping in joy in trying to see and meet there. And what is more amusing is the restraint that they are showing. More amusing, thought Vishwamitra ji. And Vinaya badi dekhi, upaja ur santosh visheshi. And there was a mudita mana. There is a lot of santosh in their heart, in his heart. हरषि बंधु दो हृदय लगाए पुलक अंग अम्बक जल छाये चले जहां दशरथ जनवासे, सरोवर तक उपयासे, हर्षि बंद दो हृदय लगाए. It was looking so cute. He couldn't contain himself. He just jumped out of his seat and took these two brothers and hugged them to his heart content. There is something like this overflowing sweetness. What can you do? You just give. Pulaka anga ambaka jala chae. And when he, you know, put them to his heart and he gave them a good hug, his hair stood on end, started racing, and his eyes started flowing water with lot of contentment. Not dukh dasta. It is more of tears of joy. चले जहां दशरथ जनवासे, मनहु सरोवर तक उपियासे. They started, he started leading them towards Dasarathji's quarters that was given to Dasarathji. It was like taking two really thirsty people towards as a well or a source of water. How they would really be happy. He could see that joy in these Lakshmana and Ramchandraji, who probably he was putting arms on both of them and taking them, amused by all that which he saw. Continuing. भूप बिलो के जब ही मुनि, आवत सुतन समेत, ऋषि सुख सिंधु महु, चले ताहसी लेत. Dasharath ji, I mean, this is all emotion here. Why? Even Dasharath ji was eagerly waiting for this moment. Mera Ram is safe, Lakshmana will also be safe. Ram. And he had been waiting for this moment since he had heard the news. Being a king, you cannot display your emotions like a commoner can do. In his heart, the thing must have been exploding. My children did it. He must have been wanting to stand up there and dance, like, and dance to his heart's content. But suddenly he had to behave like a king, and then some we, and to put on that official face there. But now everything was done. The Muni and his two children along his side and walking towards where he was seated. He jumped out of joy. Uthe harashi sukha sindhu mahu, chale tahasi let. And his heart was flooded with joy. And he jumped towards these two people as they were walking towards him. Or three people. Continuing that. Muni dandavata kinha mahisa, bar bar padaraja dharisi. सास पूछी कुशलाई, पुनि दंडवत करत दौबाई. देखी नृपति और सुख ससाई, सुतहि अलाई दुसह दुख मेटे. शरीर प्राण जनु भेटे. So though his heart leaped out of joy, protocol is protocol. What is the protocol? It's not even a protocol. It somebody respect worthy, you first pay respect to them. He must have definitely looked at Rama and Lakshmana and said, कर देता हूं मैं. So Vishwamitra ji, he down and did namaskar, and again took the dust of his feet and put it on his forehead. And our Vishwamitra ji, as he was bending down trying to take the dust off of his feet, Vishwamitra ji picked him up and gave him also a hug. And now after this tight hug, what happened? Kausika Rao liye uralai, Asis puchi kusulai. So he must have said, somebody does namaskar, you should always give them ashirvad. And that is why when Yudhishthira shot the arrows out of respect towards Bhishma, Kripa, and Dronacharya, Bhishma says, who did you offer these respects to? Or to the commander in chief who is standing here? That is my role here. He says, of course, to my grandfather. Who else do you think I would shoot in respect out of? Yes. Bhishma ji there says, Vijayi Bhava. What you are my commander in chief. You cannot, you should not. Of blessings. It is like same side goal. Imagine if there is a league competition, soccer competition, and your captain turns around and shoots the ball straight into the goal post. Full flip. Right? The point here is the ashirvada when somebody does namaskar. So kahi asisa, he must have said Vijayi Bhava or Dirgha Ayushman Bhava, some he had given, and then he must have asked, "Kaise ho ji? सब कुछ ठीक ठाक?" How was everything? And like, Ayodhya, it is the same story. It is you people who have written a new history. He started bending down because if Vishwamitra ji had not insisted, this whole thing would not have been occurring. Prostrated to him, took his blessings. Punidandavat karat, and then dekhi nrupati ura sukhana samai. While he was still focusing on Vishwamitra ji, very pleasant happened. That both Lakshmana on one side and Ramji on one side, what did they do? Dandavat karatado bhai. Fell on the floor and did namaskar first to their father, touching his feet. Dekhin rupata ura sukh na samai. And that which you want and close to your heart, it is so close and yet so far away there. Like, he must have bent down, picked those two kids up, And as he was hugging them, how was it feeling? Mrutak sarir pran janu bhete. When somebody slips and falls into water, like me, that they cannot swim, and they were fished out. And then, what do you do? Say that? Ha! CPR was done, and suddenly after that CPR, when all the water and then suddenly start breathing in, how do you feel? Dasaraji felt like that. What a aho that today meet my own children. Then लाई दुस्सह दुख मेटे मृतक शरीर प्राण जनु भेटे पुनि वशिष्ठ पद तिन अपनाए मोदित मुनि बर उर लाए विप्र वृंद बंदे दुहु भाई मन भावती असी से पाई भरत सहानुज कीन प्रणामा लिए उठाई लई उर रामा हर से लखन देखी दो भ्राता मिले प्रेम परिपूरित गाता. Now, after this was done, then Vashishta ji was standing right there. Vashishta ji is there, Kula Guru, Kula Purohit, everything in one. So they did again. So this whole thing is, one side somebody is bending, the other side somebody is getting up, then this one unto whom there somebody is prostrating, they are bending down doing. So there's constant movement happening here all over the place. They gave a hug to the father. They saw Vashishta ji and then to Vashishta ji, Prema mudita munivara uralaye. Even Vashishta ji gave them a good hug. Vipra Branda Bande Dohu Bhai. So there were a lot of other saints and sages that had come along, or they were just the Brahmanas that were there. Vipra Namaskar. And as they were doing Namaskar, they must have started Swasti na Andro Vruddhashravaha Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti na Star. So they must have started. You get the picture. And they received their blessings. After the blessings were done, then the kids were there, the other kids. Bharat ji was like, "Oh, Ramji!" And that quick bending down, touching Ramji's feet, and Ramji picking him up and giving him a good hug. Lakshmana ji was there, and Shatrughna were there, and they were all like high-fiving each other and fist bumping each other, and what else? They were all meeting after such a long time. Mile prema paripurita gata. Extremely happy seeing each other, and that too in such an amazing occasion. So we'll stop here because today is Tapon Jayanti and Gita Jayanti. So I'll just close the recording and be back here in a jiffy. Okay, first finish that, then we will start Bhagavad Gita. Because if we keep delaying this, then it will take forever. Okay, quickly finish it. I'll be back. Raman, keep starting. Check. Start now. I'll come back.
Yeah, there is. But we do not have a hard copy. That's the problem. Yeah. So if you want, well, you can take this. No.